Welcome to YC English Podcast.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the YC English Podcast. I'm Yara, and joining me today is the one and only Caleb.
Hey Yara. Hey listeners. Wow, that hello had some serious morning energy. Are you planning to become a radio host?
No radio plans, but I think today's episode needed a little extra energy. So, what's your morning routine like? Be honest.
Oh man, my own energy usually arrives late. I know what I should do, but knowing is not the same as doing, you know?
Right? That's exactly what we're diving into today, morning routines for self-discipline, not as pressure, but as one small promise to yourself. Stick around.
Yeah, for a long time my morning problem was not that I didn't know what to do. I knew what helped me.
So what was the gap then?
I knew I should wake up and do something useful, practice English, start calmly, but I didn't do it. That line hurts because it's true.
I'd been there too. I used to make beautiful morning plans at night, dangerous, very dangerous.
Right? Night people are very brave. Night Jake says tomorrow we change everything. Morning Jake says, can we start with opening both eyes?
Exactly. You make a plan, you fail the plan, and then you don't just feel tired, you feel disappointed in yourself.
That's the part people don't talk about enough. The guilt arrives early, before coffee, before the day even has a chance.
And English becomes part of that guilt too. Like, I should practice today, then the day gets busy, then it becomes evening.
Then you say tomorrow, and English becomes a tomorrow thing. That feels painfully familiar.
I want learners to know this, struggle does not mean they're lazy. Sometimes they're tired, busy, unsure, maybe overwhelmed.
That's very honest. So maybe a morning routine is not just about time, it's about trust with yourself. For example, I knew I should study, but knowing is not the same as doing. This means you understand something in your head, but you still don't take action. It's like having a map but never walking the path.
For example, the guilt of not practicing English made me feel worse. Guilt is that heavy feeling when you think you did something wrong. It's like a little voice saying you should have done better. Let's talk about the word scattered because that's how many mornings feel. Scattered means your mind feels messy, unfocused.
Oh, totally. Some mornings before I even start, I remember 3 things I forgot, 1 thing I need to do today, and 1 worry that has no appointment but still arrives.
Worry with no appointment, that's very real. And when your mind is scattered, learning English feels harder because even a small sentence feels like work.
Yes. So the routine has to bring your mind back first. It's like giving your thoughts a chair to sit on.
I love that image, my thoughts need furniture apparently. So the morning routine is not there to make you perfect. It's there to give your mind a place to land.
And once your mind lands, English can enter more easily. If my brain is running everywhere, English is just another thing chasing me.
But if your morning has one simple rhythm, English can become part of it. Maybe you hear 1 line, repeat 1 sentence, read 1 small paragraph.
That sounds doable, and doable is powerful. Many people wait for the perfect time to improve, but the perfect time is always late.
Usually it never knocks on the door. So we create a small space for it, and that small space becomes the foundation.
Foundation, I like that. A foundation is the strong base that supports something. So a morning routine can be the foundation for the day.
And a daily English habit can be the foundation for better speaking. It removes pressure. I don't need one magical day of studying. I need a base I can stand on. For example, I felt scattered this morning because I had too many things on my mind. Scattered means your mind feels messy or pulled in many directions. Imagine your thoughts are like papers blown by the wind, nowhere to land.
For example, a simple morning routine gives my day a strong foundation. A foundation is the strong base that supports everything else. Like the concrete under a house, without it, everything wobbles.
I stopped trying to fix my whole life before breakfast. I chose one thing I could return to.
I like that phrase, return to. For me, it was sitting with a drink and reading one short English sentence slowly.
One sentence, but you did it like it mattered. That feels different. It didn't feel like a heavy lesson, it felt like a small ritual.
Ritual, that word feels warm. A ritual is something you do regularly, but with meaning. It's more personal than a normal habit.
So a habit is something you repeat, but a ritual is something you return to because it matters. I don't want English to feel like a punishment.
I want it to feel like something I let in the morning. Something that has a place in your life. English sits at the table with you.
Maybe with toast. But honestly, if English becomes part of a ritual, it feels less scary. It becomes familiar.
Familiar, that matters because a lot of learners place English far away, but it still feels far when they speak. The words are in their notebook but not always in their mouth.
That's the problem. I know the word until someone asks me a question, then the word disappears. It runs away quietly like it has other plans.
That's why repeated practice matters. A morning routine gives that practice a place to live. Beautiful, a place to live. For example, reading one English sentence became my morning ritual. A ritual is something you do regularly with meaning, like a special ceremony. It's not just a habit, it feels warm and personal, like lighting a candle each morning.
For example, the English words started to feel familiar after my daily practice. Familiar means you know something well because you've seen or done it many times. It's like recognizing a friend's face in a crowd, comfortable, not scary. If I do it again and again, I cultivate English. To cultivate something means to grow or develop it slowly with care.
I like that word because it sounds patient. You cultivate a skill. You cultivate confidence. You cultivate discipline. You don't attack it.
No, you don't shout grow faster. That usually does not help. But I have shouted at my goals before, they did not respond well.
Many of us have. Growth usually needs care and repetition. For English learners, sometimes they think I studied yesterday, why am I not fluent today?
Right, they get discouraged. But if you cultivate English, you understand that progress can be quiet. Some progress is invisible at first, like roots.
You cannot see everything growing, but something is happening underneath. That's a beautiful image. And maybe that's why small morning practice matters.
It's not dramatic, but it builds. It becomes an anchor too. An anchor is something that keeps you steady when life feels busy.
I think learners need an anchor. We all do. English learning can feel endless sometimes. You learn one thing, then find 10 new things you don't know.
That can feel overwhelming. But if you have one small morning habit, you can return to it. And returning is still learning.
Powerful sentence. It's easy to stop for a few days and feel embarrassed to come back, but coming back is part of the journey.
Real discipline is not never falling out of rhythm. It's learning how to come back without attacking yourself. For example, I am trying to cultivate my English slowly through daily practice. Cultivate means to grow or develop something with care over time. Like a gardener watering a plant, you don't yell at it, you nurture it.
For example, my morning English practice became an anchor for my day. An anchor is something that keeps you steady or connected when life feels busy. Like a ship's anchor holding it in place during a storm.
Let's say it better. I'll start. I study English in the morning, clear, but it doesn't show the routine.
How about I make English part of my morning ritual, even if it's only for 5 minutes? That feels much more natural.
Nice. Now English has a place in the morning. It sounds doable. Here's another. I feel scattered in the morning when I don't have a simple routine.
That gives the feeling a name. Your turn? Okay, my morning routine is an anchor that helps me start the day with more focus.
Now the routine is not just there, it's doing something for you. One more. I want to cultivate my English, and my routine helps me little by every morning.
That feels calm, progress without panic. Say it better is not about making English fancy. It's about making the truth easier to say.
I like that, making the truth easier to say. That's what useful English does. But these sentences can disappear later if you don't practice.
You hear a sentence, you understand it, but using it when you speak is another step. The sentence runs away at the worst time.
That's why practice matters. Words like scattered, ritual, foundation, cultivate, anchor, and rewire can become part of your real English.
Not just words you heard once during a podcast. They need a place to live in your memory and in your mouth. For example, little by little, I am rewiring my brain for English. Rewire means to change the way your brain thinks or reacts by creating a new pattern. Like reprogramming a computer to run new software.
For example, practicing for 5 minutes every morning feels doable. Doable means something is possible to do without too much struggle. It's like a task that feels manageable, not overwhelming. Thanks so much for watching today's episode.
Hit subscribe and we'll see you next time.